Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. And eagerly awaiting, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Wolverines have been waiting and finally the season. On the move from inside his 5.
Team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff, fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Dragged down at 5. And the Vols with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Hatchett. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
So the Michigan Wolverines offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like that.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. To throw, it's Daniels.
To recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have all the tools in their toolbox like this guy does? Not many.
The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Garrison. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll go right back to the run. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Now setting up shop in the red zone. The give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Down at the 26.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This one will be a 43. Come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off play action on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the 1st. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Creates a little room. He's up to 41 yards on the ground in the 1st quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
completion to the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown ball!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic. So much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Update could fall under that category. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind this. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Hatchett. And he was fortunate. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Vols decide to punt it away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires it down the seam. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. This one's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. There he goes. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Holds and fires complete to the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Grab near the marker is Cavazos. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Extending the play. Across the 25, he's got room. The Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. This time he's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So a drive there of 85 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it on the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Got it set up on the outside. Got enough space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the tight end. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of green passes. It just never developed. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Quick strike complete. The offense burns his third. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Cavazos.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Just a well-oiled offensive machine. They make the play, they get the spike, and now a chance to score before the break. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a three spot on the board. Good, right down the boulevard. And we're locked up here in the third. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first two quarters.
When you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And the returner goes down. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. It's complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Wide open downfield. It's a running touchdown Volunteers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
abilities to read the field is huge.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw again. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Got a man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give to the tailback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. RPO complete to open the drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Volunteers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He'll go to the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They kick it away on fourth down. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The give to the back. Finding an escape route. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. He'll do it himself. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for turning it on. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got his man downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Vols, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for space. It's Hatchett. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete on third down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That thing perfect. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as
to the football, man. It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Gets open down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. He'll sneak it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. 5 steered out of bounds at the 26. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds his man down the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these 2 teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.